Rick Hohensee here, talking about experimental harmonica tunings, some of which I think are fairly promising. This is the poor man's 10-hole chromatic with no lever. This is a C spiral and a B spiral, old standby and a blues band. It's all 24 on there somewhere. In fact, there's extra B's and E's on this row. So also, if you're, this is very similar, almost identical to the buttons, the melody buttons on an Erica accordion, except that this is only a semitone apart, and for some reason they put them like a fourth apart, and you don't get full chromaticity. But with this, you do. This is a chromatic. No levers. You can put it on a harness, and maybe if you can get to it, you can play chromatic on a harness, you know, along with your folk song or something. This is not a chromatic. This is two combs from a Piedmont set. And they split a little bit in the middle. There's a gap there, you see. So I haven't, and I got to gum it up with some silicone or something. But this is basically, this only has two plates. There's a plate up here and a plate down here, and then this is just blocked off. So that this is essentially a home-brewed, horizontally divided comb harmonica. And for playing the basic note of the reed, it screams. It's just crazy. Hey. I think these are also in C spiral. And the old Erica harmonica in the poster of Matthias Hohner selling harmonicas to the whole world is a 10-hole horizontally divided harp. The only bends you get out of this one is these little subtle bends. It's like wah-wah type of things. But you get them on all the reeds. And again, the volume and the dynamics, it goes very light also. So it seems like the idea of a horizontally divided comb is kind of a technology that has come and gone and may come back. Then this, what do we have here? What is that? It's a little out of tune, but this is a blow-only cycle of fifths with a doubled C for a little bit of tremolo on the C, and so it's easier to find the C. This is really good for wearing on a harness and playing along with some folk tune, you know. That's your 1-4-5 in whatever key that was in. It may be of interest beyond that because it's got 10 different notes. It's got a different note for each hole up until 12. I only had 10 holes, so it's not chromatic. Actually 9, since I doubled the C, so there's 9 different notes on here. But you can also do interesting things, like you can get major and minor chords by blocking. It's got some sophisticated sounds on it that are currently beyond me to do intentionally in a particular note name and so on, but they're on here. And again, also, this is a blow only. And the sound is awesome for what was a $6 harp. And then here's another really strange one. That's whole notes, and then this is also whole notes, a half a step down, I think. Oh, they're a fourth down. Whole notes by a fourth. So this is your C major. And it's isomorphic. It's like a button accordion in that the patterns for most things are the same. So here's D major. E major. Well, then I think I didn't tune them all the way up. And then there's 2 patterns. The other pattern is if your scale starts on a draw, it's like this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So they're very similar and they're all the same. So it's if I tuned it right, it would be a 10-hole true diatonic. And it also seems to lend itself to some interesting songs like Steppin' Out, which is based on whole tone changes or something. Can't play it at the moment, but some music, whole tone are only is 2 steps on a cycle of fourths. So there's a key transposition thing with whole tones that some composers take advantage of. Not your average folk song, but these are the kind of possibilities you have when you can tune a harmonica and anything you want. Now some of these you have to change octaves when you don't want to. The cycle of fifths goes up it changes octaves, and I didn't want to. I'd rather they were all in the bass range. You'd have to build a harp or gut the comb, cut the combs out all the way deep. Well, you'd have to build a harp from scratch because you need different size slots. But there's a lot of stuff possible, and a lot of it's very interesting. And a lot of it also has predecessors in the other free reed instruments like button accordions and so on. So have fun. Rick Hohensee, President by Amendment on YouTube, but you knew that, and also I have a website. Disregard what I said just a few seconds ago about patterns on the whole tone by fourths isomorphic harmonica. These are the patterns. This is a major scale with your tonic on a blow note, and this is your major scale with the tonic on a draw note, and there's the tuning for an octave or two. And it is a one-row leverless isomorphic chromatic harmonica.